And honestly, that's why I think the timing of this event couldn't be better. Because this is the moment to come together, to heal and move forward. And every time I come here, there are two words that come to mind: healing and resilience. There is healing for the person. In fact, very intentionally, we've created spaces in this garden where we can sit and recharge and reflect.
There was much discussion about what to do with what the design team had found. And part of that was, do we erase the history? Do we just leave the plaque the way it is? Do we actually recognize and amplify this moment as an institute?
And we're on a reconciliation pathway because now we're a very diverse community. And this is sort of the epitome of what that is all about.
When you come to this place, not only are you getting an education that's textbook, you also get an education from the grounds that you're walking on. You get an education to reflect and to be thoughtful in how you go about doing your business. When you become an engineer or you become a business person, you will see something like this and say, I won't make that mistake, and I won't allow others to make that mistake that are in community with me.
I'm grateful for Georgia Tech taking the time and creating the space to allow the Georgia Tech community to remember what happened on this site. It enables Georgia Tech to create spaces for the kinds of conversations that help to change minds and hearts and create the kind of community that we all long to see.
The new strategic plan for the Institute talks about amplifying impact and leading by example. What a wonderful way to commemorate that at the cups and the hills of what our country is going through, for us to amplify impact and take a position, the same courage that the three men had to oppose the status quo at the time, hopefully is the same courage that we have to use in order to combat and confront the issues of our day.
So I hope that Georgia Tech, as they're training students to actually enter into their profession, one day they will actually work with individuals who may not look like them, who may not share the same political ideologies. But within this space, the students are being trained how to live in a more cohesive society.
I also would like to see more work on increasing equity and inclusion, because it's not just about diversity, it is also about making sure people feel comfortable, making sure they feel included and a part of this community, and making sure that everyone feels that they have a right to be here and they have a chance to be here and can do well here.
The events that happen on this site, the commemoration of the three courageous men, is a story beyond the Institute. And so I hope that the Atlanta community, the Georgia community, the Georgia Tech community would remember that we are part of a greater story about the humanity and the struggle for a lot of African American students, men and women in this country that have really had a struggle opening doors or moving forward.
And so for us to be at this journey in society to a point where, you know, this beautiful campus has established these grounds to honor what has happened and to remember it and to reflect and to move forward means that we are in the healing process.
We have to stand up against racism because, as Dr. Angela Davis once said, if we do not know how to meaningfully talk about racism, our actions will go in misleading directions.
We were at a place in time, we're at a different point in time, and I think it's a point that he calls the pathway to healing and reconciliation. I think it's the same thing.
There's a wall behind me. There are 3 blocks. You may have noticed that the blocks fit in the holes that they left behind. So I picture Reverend Willis, Dunn, and Lewis pushing those blocks, breaking those blocks, making 3 openings for everybody, black and brown and white and all of us, to be able to come through and share one space.